up in Regina, definitely a nice place to grow up, being that it's a small city and a small province. I think that I definitely had a different experience growing up in such a small community, being a minority. I think I had a different lived experience than a lot of people did, both positively and negatively. But I was surrounded by friends and family growing up, and I still am best friends with one of the kids that I met the first day in kindergarten at Alumnus. Why track? So I think funny enough, I actually love basketball, and I did start playing basketball at Ethel Milliken. Wasn't great. God bless Mrs. Duke for her patience with me and her yelling from the sideline, shoot the ball, shoot the ball. And I did like basketball and continued playing in school, but I guess I didn't maybe excel at it the way that I would have liked. And it was actually that same teacher, Mrs. Duke, who said that you should give track a try. And she talked to my mom about it, and the track program that she had suggested was extremely expensive, but it was Mrs. Duke actually who had heard about KidSport and kind of started that whole ball rolling.
KidSport is a children's charity that provides children from families with some financial difficulties to have the opportunity to participate in community sport. It's our belief that all children should have that opportunity and the opportunity to get the enjoyment that we all get when we participate in sport.
So some of the barriers of me becoming involved with track initially were definitely the cost is the initial primary thing that I can think of. Second of all was just timing, and I grew up in a single parent household, and my mom worked really hard to make sure that she could provide for me and still actually spend time with me as well. Sport to me in my life is one of the most important things, and I know that that sounds a little bit corny and maybe like, you know, I'm just saying it or being coached, but that's not the case at all. You know, while I don't still run track and field the way that I did, because there's no use for me to be doing shot put right now in my life, but it's set me up for other things that have become a huge part of my life. And I think learning that the discipline and the commitment that sport teaches you, I mean, I just don't know anything else that teaches kids that sense of commitment and discipline in the same way. And I mean, it was one thing for me and in my home when I was trying new activities, my mom was really big on making sure that I was committed and I finished out the whole year doing that, regardless of if I liked it or I didn't like it or what was going on. I mean, I went to every single class because that was the other part of that lesson, right? It's not just that fun part when you get to put on your gi or your ballet slippers, but actually preparing and making sure you have your bag packed and all of that kind of stuff. I think it just sets the stage for healthy and successful, well-rounded adults. In my day-to-day life, I am an amateur boxer, so that is a huge part of my life. That, I mean, I still train, I would say, in between 10 to 15 hours a week. I find that KidSport just levels the playing field throughout all children within the communities that they're a part of. KidSport gives kids who wouldn't have otherwise had the chance to participate in sport. And one of my favorite things about KidSport is that KidSport really does try to develop athletes. And to me, when I say athletes, I don't just mean whatever that sport is that the child has chosen, but somebody with, you know, a sound mind, sound body, sound heart, sound spirit. To me, that's what athlete means. And KidSport gives kids that chance and that opportunity. I think without KidSport, a lot of kids wouldn't have the opportunity to have that, you know, fire within them stoked and discover something new.
If you have program ideas that you'd like to see on maxTV Local, email us at max.local@sasktel.com.